it was kind of frustrating for me because it changed the way we do our interrogations, and because we do a lot of field interrogations and everything, and you got this one guy that, sad to say, he's probably just mimicking other people that he saw doing interrogations, probably guys at a much higher level than what he was doing, and he probably in his head thought he was doing the right thing. I know deep down in my heart he thought he was doing the right thing. That was his piece of the war, and he was going to contribute because he wasn't out gunslinging. He was in here keeping control of detainees. But the problem is he was misguided, and he didn't realize that his decision was a strategic level decision that affected the world. He thought it was just a little tactical level decision. And that's why these guys, these corporals, which is the term that you always hear that's coined a lot, is the strategic level corporal. It's true. Every guy that's 22 years old, 23 years old is making decisions that can change the world. And that's what a lot of people don't really understand. Let's be honest, they don't have the practical application, the actual training where they've actually done it. They've read about it. And I know the officer program's changed dramatically since then. But yeah, they're put in a position. I mean, my last deployment, my battalion commander's never been to Iraq. I've been there 4 times already. I live in Zidon. I think I have a house down there on the Euphrates River. I gotta go check on here. But let's be honest, the guy's never been there, and then he's telling me how to do my job, which is it's very frustrating. He doesn't want to listen to my ideas or anything because he thinks he understands what's going on. And don't get me wrong, I know I still, even as a platoon sergeant, I have a very myopic view of what's going on. But let's be honest, when I spend 3 years in, I think 2 years in Zidon specifically, I know what's going on in that area. This guy doesn't. And we made a lot of mistakes, and because being pushed down from the battalion. The problem is the media likes to jump on all the negative stuff right away. I mean, look how many people jumped onto the Abu Gharib, the Hit Haditha massacres, and some of the other stuff that's gone on over there. You know, even the Jessica Lynch stuff. Everyone jumps on it, and they love to have this drama and the subplot and all this other stuff. But how many times do you hear about, the 5,000 whatever schools we started up over there? You don't hear about all the small things we've done, all the medical shops that we've done to help people. You don't hear about that because nobody wants to hear about it. You don't hear about units like Recon, and there's 1,000 other units out there doing phenomenal jobs out there because they are working at a more of an asymmetric role, and they're not going in there strong fisting the locals. You know what I mean? They're going in and helping at the smallest level, bringing water, bringing food, but you don't hear about that. I don't know. I think we're kind of hurting right now. I think overall our military needs to evolve to the 21st century, and it's going to be very hard to do while we're in this war. If you look at how many troops we deployed in the Gulf War compared to what we have now, it's, I think, like 1/6 of what we use there because the technology is our force multiplier right now. Our technology is so advanced and so precise, but the truth is the guys on our troop level, I don't think they've evolved to that point. So we need to, I think, look at that, which is going to be very hard to do during this war. These guys need to be sharper individuals. They need to be older, more mature. And this is my personal opinion, but a 22-year-old kid making these decisions, it should be a 32-year-old man with a very sizable paycheck. So you're not seeing all these guys leave to go contract, because that's what you're seeing. A lot of your real sharp guys, your critical thinkers, are like, all right, $42,000 a year, or I can go work for Blackwater NVM and make 4 times this. What are they going to do? So there's not really that incentive to stay in the military. For me, I got out because I was filling a staff sergeant billet, or I was filling a gunnery sergeant's billet, and I was a staff sergeant. I mean, if you really look at what I was asking for, it was a $5,000 a year raise, which is nothing. And I'm on my 5th tour, which is, I mean, you can't even put a price tag on that. But yet they won't give me the raise. All right, I'm going to leave and I'm going to go find another job. The truth is I was getting out to go contract. But there's 1,000 guys out there like me that are just, not saying we're all doing it for money, but the truth is when Oceanside, California garbage man makes more pay than I do, there's a problem. Even though Rumsfeld's been everybody's scapegoat, he does have a very good idea of what he was doing with our special operations community and with our military in general. And the problem is we were doing it during a war, which is very hard to do. And then everyone started bombarding us with throwing all this armor on the vehicles, which was costing us a lot of money. And the truth is we didn't need armor on the vehicles. What we needed to do is secure our main service routes, secure them so they couldn't be IED'd, not just keep throwing armor on and then they're just going to, it's like a ping pong match. We throw more armor, they just make bigger roadside bombs. What if we just had the troops to lock down these MSRs that we needed and come up with a more, I think, articulate plan on what we were going to do there. But his concept of what he started doing is what we need to do. And then there's a lot of other geniuses out there. I mean,